Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today for What's New Wednesday, I have some brand new vinyl in my craft room. We are talking mirrored vinyl. You are going to want to check this out. So I'm going to share with you all of the beautiful colors that I received, and then I thought it'd be fun to do a vinyl project. So if you want to see what we create, stay tuned. All right, thank you so much to TeckWrap for sending me these gorgeous vinyls. I'm kind of in love with the colors, you guys. They are a little bit unexpected. And then, of course, mirrored vinyl is absolutely beautiful. I will link them down below, TeckWrap and the mirrored vinyl, and you can check those out. But let me just show you the colors that they sent. So this one is called Military Brown. It's this gorgeous chocolate brown. We have military brown. Then we have purple magic, which you know that I am in love with. After that, we go to purple pink. So this one is like, it's a beautiful pink, but it's not like super bright bubblegum pink, which I very much like. This one, iris purple. So pretty. You can see the difference in the purples. This one's a little bit lighter, a little bit more lavender. This color, you guys, wine red. So beautiful, especially as we approach Valentine's Day. This one, cayenne orange, so perfect for the fall, I think. And then look at this one, this green, camouflage olive. It's just like deeper colors, which I think they're just unexpected. You so often get really bright colored vinyl. And in this case, these are just a little bit more rich, and I think they're so cool. Begonia rose. Look at how beautiful. And then autumn copper, so pretty. And last but not least, we have lime green. So there are some gorgeous colors that I cannot wait to play with. Let's get to crafting. For today's project, I am wanting to make a Valentine's theme project for my kiddos. So I actually ran by the Dollar Tree. I found some just plain white plates that I thought would be great to put a few treats on. I generally get my kids just a little something special for Valentine's Day, just an extra reminder that they are super loved. So I thought having a fun plate to put a few treats on would be a cool idea. So what I'm doing is I went into Cricut Design Space. I went into Design Access, where you can get a ton of different images. I know it always seems like a lot of money to invest in Design Access, but with as much as I use all these images, I think it's worth it. So, all right, so we're going to go with this Valentine vibes. I like the look of that. And I'm thinking that I want to do it kind of around the edge of the plate. So I shrink this down a pretty good amount. And then I'm just going to add a few more heart pieces here and there to kind of trail around the plate. It's pretty easy to just design your own kind of look. You just want to keep in mind if you have a curved plate like what I am working with, as far as it has a little bit of curve to the inside. You don't want to do a super big image because it's going to be hard to follow that curve. This vinyl that I'm using is holding up pretty well, you guys. Sometimes with a mirrored or metallic vinyl, it scratches super easily, and so it looks super scratched really fast. Even after just weeding it can look like that. So this one is holding up really well, and I'm super pumped with how cute these plates turn out. So I put all of the hearts and the Valentine vibes together. I attached them so that it would print in that format, or cut in that format. I am going to do 3 different ones because I have 3 kiddos, and now you can see I'm just going to drag them around my template here. I'm trying to save all of the vinyl I can. I always try to rearrange the images. Cricut Design Space does not always put it in the best space as far as where to minimize as much vinyl as you can use. So you can see it did 2 separate pieces. That's silliness. So I'm gonna move it around, I'm gonna rotate, and we're gonna make this fit. I always suggest doing that just so you get the most out of your products. Vinyl isn't the most expensive thing, but it's also not the cheapest thing, and why not just save as much as you possibly can? I probably could have even messed with this a little bit more to save some more, but you know that I definitely saved some of the pieces that I cut out. So now that we are ready to go, I pressed the make it, we're going, it's finding my maker, and then we have to choose the correct vinyl to work with. What I chose for this particular one was metallic. So you can see I went all the way over to browse on materials. I typed in vinyl to see the different types of vinyl that were available, searching, and then I chose metallic vinyl because I think that matches pretty well. I always set mine on more pressure, especially because I think I need a new blade for my Cricut. And now we're ready to go. Right, to prep my mat, have my green. It's a regular strength mat, the standard grip. I cut a piece of vinyl. Now, there is a protective coating over this metallic vinyl, which I think is so important, or else it would get scratched up really easily. So I had actually a little bit of trouble getting it off. You can see I'm trying to play with the sides. Nope, that's the whole bit of vinyl. So what ended up working for me to get it off was actually I just used the big spatula tool to kind of smooth it on to the mat. And as I started doing that, the top coating came loose down at the bottom. I started seeing it pull up. Then I was able to, ta-da, pull it off. And you want to make sure that you pull that off before you start cutting. Now off to the machine. Look at how mirrored it is. Look at how reflective it is. It's such a beautiful vinyl. I feel like there's so many possibilities. One of the things I was thinking is that I could use this vinyl in combination with my Glowforge or even just any other cut wooden pieces. Getting metallic acrylic is really expensive, but if you put metallic vinyl on a shape that you have cut out of wood, then it kind of is the same thing. And so I think that would be a fun way to create some cool earrings or some cool charms. I think there's a lot of possibilities, and I like the idea that I can get the mirrored acrylic look for much less expensive. All right, so cutting out all of these images, and I'm just fussy cutting around them because that leaves me with big chunks of vinyl. And like I said, if I'm making earrings and things like that, I'll be able to use some of these chunks in the future. So I always save my scraps in a special bin so I can grab for those afterwards. All right, so this is weeding, spread up a lot. I like to use tweezers for weeding. Like I said, I think my blade is getting a little bit dull on my Cricut, so I had a few issues here and there, but otherwise I thought this cut pretty well. It's always tricky in the middle of letters like A's and E's, especially when you print it small. This one is printed pretty small because I just wanted it to be on the corner of the plates. It gets a little tricky when you're working in that zone. So I miss out on some of the middles of the E's. That doesn't really bother me. What I've come to learn working with Cricut is that I just need to accept that some things just aren't going to work out absolutely perfectly. And I have more fun doing my projects when I don't expect perfection in all of them. I love having this vinyl or lots of different types of vinyl in my craft room so that I can do different projects on a whim. Searching at the Dollar Tree for what you would call blanks or things to add vinyl to, that is kind of a fun pastime because there's different stuff all the time. And so I like that I'm able to just swing by the Dollar Tree on a whim, look for some cool blanks that I find interesting, and then I know I'm going to have some different vinyl at home to work with when I start to like pick vinyl out for specific projects. That's nice to do every now and then, but just having a nice array at home ready to go, I think is something that's made me enjoy my Cricut just a little bit more. Now, almost done weeding the third one of these. Weeding does take a little bit of time. I know that some people really, really love it. I think maybe it's not my favorite part of working with vinyl, but it's one of those necessary parts. And in the end, it's really satisfying, but it does take a little bit of time. So I'm just gonna pick up my transfer tape right here. I have the Cricut brand transfer tape. I just fussy cut a square, pull that apart, and then we're going to put these directly on the plates. Now you'll see what I'm talking about with the curve of the plate. They're not completely flat. Putting this down and pulling it up. Let's see how the vinyl just goes straight onto the transfer tape, makes it easy to move. Now it's curved downward, so I'm really careful, especially with the Valentine's vibe. Sorry for my hair getting in the way, but I just want to make sure it's in on that curve so that it will stick really well. And it did. It stuck super well. I was super pleased, and I will finish up the other two. I think my kiddos are gonna love it. I think it's a fun project. I am a big fan of this metallic vinyl. I think it's so fun, so pretty, and I'm really excited for some of the different colors. I think they're a little unexpected, so that is going to be fun to play with, especially throughout the different seasons. Like I said before, I will link the supplies that I used down below, including this really cool TeckWrap metallic vinyl, this mirrored vinyl. I think you will really enjoy it. Check out all the different colors. And I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. And I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. And that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.